What's up, y'all? This is EJ, and I'm sitting with my mom, and this is DNA, where we cover football and everything going on around the NFL. Well, it has been it was a good weekend, a really good weekend. Falcons got the W. I'm happy about that. I'm just upset with a few things. Sometimes as a fan, just because you win doesn't always mean it's always a good win. And this was one of them games, against the Buccaneers. But it was great. We sweep Tampa. They ain't beat us at all this season. So see you next season, Tampa Bay. And it look like you guys are gonna do nothing. You got the Chiefs next too. Might be 4-5. That's gonna be beautiful to see. And we'll get to them Aints later. But but to focus on Tampa Bay, Kirk Cousins, man, I don't know what it is. Kirk Cousins has been dominating Tampa Bay so far. In total touchdowns this season, he has 8 touchdowns against them. He had 4 touchdowns in Atlanta, and now he had 4 touchdowns in Tampa Bay. He went 23 for 29 and had 276 yards. It wasn't the 509 yards that he had in Atlanta, but it was still a good game by Kirk Cousins. He even had a scramble. Kirk Cousins ran the ball. For a second, I was like, hold on, is that Michael Vick? What Michael Vick getting light-skinned? I didn't know what it was. I was like, wow, Kirk Cousins actually ran, he was just a yard short, but they got the first down the very next play, and it was just a very clutch move by Kirk Cousins. It was awesome. But Falcons got the W.
So what was the score?
The score was 31-26. Score was 31-26, but the things that I'm upset about is Kyle Pitts, you gotta know to always keep that ball in your hands, no matter what. You never know who's behind you, because you really fumbled in the end zone and it was a touchback, but we just got lucky by the grace of God that they called it a touchdown. Keep the ball in your hands once you cross that plane. Don't get all fancy with it and loose, because dude, critical plays like that, they can really come back. But I've seen it come back in hump teams. Desmond Ridder actually, our quarterback last year, did the same thing in Tampa Bay, coincidentally. And they actually called that a touchback. But luckily we got lucky this time in Tampa Bay. But Kyle Pitts, just be better with the ball. And the defense just has to be better as well. We can't have teams just marching down on us, man, because we always make it hard. There's no reason. We were up on Tampa Bay by 2 touchdowns. And we almost blew a 14-point lead, ended the game 31-26. But other than that, I'm glad we got the W. Now let's talk about the Lions. What y'all do?
It's becoming redundant. What can I say? My boys, we were at home. We hadn't been home, seemed like, for a while, but we were at home and we played the Titans. It was the Titans, and the Titans are 1-5. But like I tell everybody, that's what is dangerous. Yeah. Because I didn't want my boys to go in there and have that mindset that we're playing the Titans. Right. I can almost party on Saturday night because we got the Titans. I'm like, stay focused, we grinding all the way to NOLA. The game started off, it was a little nerve-wracking, it was back and forth. We was like, we got 7, they got 7. We got 14, and I'm like, okay, come on, y'all, hold up, But I think Dan Campbell kind of settled them down, and then we just went off on a tear. We did what we do. Mm-hmm. And it was a beautiful thing, and it was a rushing game, because what was so beautiful about it is that Goff he went 12 of 15 and had 85 yards. So if you would have saw the stats that Goff went 12 of 15 and had 85 yards, you would assume that we lost.
Consider that an off day for Jared Goff.
You would assume that we lost, but we didn't. They came in and they did what they had to do. It was a rushing game. And it was just beautiful to see. And of course, we did have a trick play in there as Goff passed it off to Montgomery.
Dan Campbell special.
Montgomery blew it in to Laporta for a touchdown. Actually, Montgomery was a quarterback in high school. Yeah. So for him to throw the ball wasn't unusual, because he was a quarterback in high school. So it was a beautiful thing as he threw it in for the touchdown. And we just, we went on and we did what we had to do. Rudolph, he went 22 of 38, had 266 yards. Like I said, if you would have looked at the stats, Rudolph stats versus Goff stats, you would have thought, man, they must, the Lions got handed their second loss. But nope, it was a rushing game, and that was what was so beautiful about it. And another good thing is that we had good field yardage, because the special team was amazing. Our special team was like putting us on the field every play. They had us on the plus side of the field every time they would run the ball back. You know, and we had one that actually ran it back for a touchdown. So it was just like an amazing, amazing game. It was good to see. They was clicking on all cylinders.
Dominant game by Detroit.
And it was that grit, and we're grinding like all the way to NOLA. And so next week we have a division game and go up against the Packers. So it's not going to be like the Titans now. We really gonna have to put down. This is like everybody gonna say it's going to determine whether or not we are the truth sitting on top of the NFC North for real. I'm thinking we're going to be able to handle the Packers. We going in, though. We got to go in the Lambeau Field. We're playing away, back on the road again. Going back. But, you know, we got this is what we built for. This is what we do. This is what we do. And I'm just so happy that we're doing all this still without Hutch. Because a lot of people thought that, you know, we was going to fall off. Hutch was up in the stands. He was there. So back in spirit, you know, he was up in the booth during the game and everything. So it was just a beautiful thing as my Lions. Yeah, they ran over them 52-14. Now wasn't as bad as how we beat them Cowboys, but you know we ran up on them, beat them Titans 52-14, and it was a beautiful thing. So let's get to the week 8 rundown games of the week. It was actually some interesting games. So let's start off with Thursday night. We had the Vikings up against the Rams. Now, let me just say this little thing. They are starting to say, which I'm starting to believe is true, is what they call the Honolulu flu. So, for those who don't know what that is, it's like every team that we beat lose their next game. So, I don't know if it's something that we do, if whatever it is, but hey, that's how it's been so far. So, we're calling it the Honolulu flu. So, the Vikings, we played them last week, and they played the Rams this week. On paper, they was supposed to be a lot better than the Rams, but guess what? The Honolulu flu was in effect again as they lost to the Rams 20-30.
Yeah, I think that Honolulu flu is real, and it has to be, because if you guys remember, the Vikings started this season off on the tear. They look like the best team in the league. Now, I know it's still early. I mean, the Vikings are only 5-2, but, you know, I mean, we got so accustomed to seeing them win almost every week, it seemed like, but once again, they fall, and this time they fell to the Rams, 30-20, and the Vikings fall to 5-2, and the Rams, you know, go up to 3-4. Should I say? You know, I can't say up to 3-4, but you know, I guess they do.
They still have a chance to make the playoffs.
Oh yeah, the Rams gonna be fine. But you know, that's for the Vikings. You know, Sam Darnold with 18 for 25, 240 yards, and you know, Justin Jefferson had 115 yards, and like yeah, it was they looked good enough to win, obviously, but it just didn't show on the board. Obviously, they couldn't really get the ball downfield as much as they would have liked. And on the Rams side of things, Stafford with 25 for 34 for 279 yards. I mean, Puka Nacua, he was on fire with 106 yards. I mean, the Rams are just firing on all cylinders, really. And Stafford, you know, only 25 for 34. That is a good game, a really good game by Stafford. He is, you know, look like he's been getting into his groove for the past couple weeks now, for sure, and that's really good to see, because a lot of y'all writing Stafford out saying he needs to retire soon. Y'all need to be worried about Aaron Rodgers, but anyway, but yeah, another good win by the Rams.
But yeah, I think too, it was also controversy, as they saw, because it was the face mask in the end zone. Mm-hmm. So it was one of the games that people think it was decided by the refs. You know, the refs had it, people thinking they had a say, you know, and who won the game, as it was a bad call. It was a face mask that actually, I think it was 1 minute and 42 seconds left in the game. They actually, you know, the Vikings did have a chance to go back up the field in 1 minute and 42 seconds to actually tie the game up, but it was a face mask in the end zone, and they got the safety. They put him up, put it out the way. The refs didn't see. They were saying that, you know, he couldn't see, you know, where his advantage was, he couldn't see the face mask. So those are things they're going to have to fix. You know, that's, you know, because that can happen. You know, I think they need to start having replays or whatever they need to do. They're going to have to fix that. You know, I'm glad, because the Vikings are a division team, that, you know, it didn't work in their favor, but in all actuality, I understand, I get it. You know, that's happened to us more than once, so I understand that, you know, could have had a chance. Who would have known? It was 1 minute and 42 seconds. Anything could have happened. Right. You know, this is the week that we had a Hail Mary with 13 seconds left. Yeah. So, there is a chance that they could have won the game, but the refs once again missed the call, and it went into the Rams. You know, it was an advantage for the Rams. So But next we got the Packers. Yeah, the Packers. They
old cheeseheads.
Yeah, they kind of squeaked it out. They squeaked it out against the Jaguars, 30-27, and Jordan Love got injured once again.
Injured once again with a groin injury, not as major as the one he had before, but still an injury nonetheless to their amazing, star quarterback. Jordan Love is the truth, but he just can't seem to stay healthy thus far this season. And but he went before the injury. He went 14 for 22 and 196 yards. I mean, it was a good game by him until the injury. But Malik Willis came in and handled business. Still got the Packers a W. Malik Willis already had some time playing, for Jordan Love earlier this season, and he impressed a lot of people. A few people thought he was struck, but he held his own for the Packers. But he's up, facing another tough task as being the man up front again and the quarterback in charge until Jordan Love comes back. So we're gonna see if Malik Willis can hold it down. But on the Jaguars side of things, they just continue to struggle. The Jaguars have shockingly been one of the worst teams in this league. I don't get me wrong, I never held the Jags to high regard like they were a Super Bowl contender, but I definitely thought they were better than 2-6. That's shocking to me. Trevor Lawrence, 21 for 32, 308 yards, and he had one touchdown. And Brian Thomas Jr. and Evan Ingram, they both had one touchdown as well, but it just wasn't enough for the Jaguars to get the W, and the Jaguars for the time. I pray for you. I don't know what's going on, because y'all got talent on the team. The coaching is bad though. I will give y'all that, but man, whew.
It's hard. Hey, but I know we remember those days. I can actually empathize. I remember the day. We went on 16. So 2-6 when we went on 16 was, we would have took the 2-6. So hey, I get it. Keep your head up. Keep your head up. Next week is a new week. Just keep grinding. Now those Cardinals. Well, Tua's back. He has declared that he's going to play football despite everybody else's opinion. He decided he's going to play football, and the Cardinals, they beat him 28-27.
And Tua, he had a good game. His first game back. We're still worried about you. You didn't get hurt, but we're still keeping an eye out for you, man. Cause you just never know with Tua Tagovailoa. He's a great quarterback, man. But that football, it's a very serious thing, especially when you keep suffering, head trauma. But he went 28 for 38, 234 yards. Good game for Tua, his first game back, like I said. With Kyler Murray, he went off as well for 26 for 36, 307 yards, and Marvin Harrison had 111 yards and one touchdown. Kyler and Marvin Harrison are looking like a very fun quarterback, wide receiver duo to watch in the league. It's just really fun watching them improve as the weeks go by, because they have really been connecting with each other. And it seems like they have really built the chemistry fast for that team. So that's a really good thing to see from the Cardinals. The Cardinals go up to 4-4, and the Dolphins, continue to struggle this season, and they go down to 5-5. Oh wow, 2-5. I'm tripping, y'all. But I'm already on week 10. But yeah, Dolphins go out 2-5.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, Tua, like you say, just they do have that special. I saw one team wore was the helmet, and then they put a special padding on top of it.
Yeah.
I think he needs all that.
Yeah, he needs to wear that. He just refused to wear it. I don't know why people refuse to wear it. They're talking about, it looks goofy to wear and all that.
I'd rather look goofy than act goofy. Yeah. So come on now. Wear it, put it on. Okay, well.
I applaud the players that do wear it.
Right, exactly. Exactly. So, then you got those doggone Ravens. Them Baltimore Ravens, I don't know what's going on. People are saying that they want to see us, they want to see the Lions and the Ravens and NOLA. Come on, Ravens, I need y'all to come on up. They lose to the Browns. Damn! They lose to the Browns, 29-24.
They lose to the Browns, and man,
the Browns was able to take the bags off for a day. They was able to take the bag off for a day.
What can I say? You guys know Deshaun Watson, went down for the Browns. Then their quarterback too went down for the Browns as well. And then it was up to Jameis, the third man up, who really, played like he should have been the starting quarterback all along this season. Deshaun Watson wasn't playing all that great anyway. But I still want you to get healthy, Deshaun, But Jameis Winston looked like he was just in control. man, the dude went off. He seriously went off. He threw a 38-yard pass into the end zone to win the game. Ravens, what happened? I mean, you guys didn't expect to walk into Cleveland and lose to the Browns. I'm sure they didn't expect that at all. But famous Jameis, man. Everybody loves Jameis Winston. This is always good to see this guy win. Yeah, you know, he even gave Detroit some love, you know, and hey, check out this clip.
Man, it's a white boy from Detroit that I really admire named Eminem. He said, you only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity lasts once in a lifetime. And I know I got a quote, you know, Eminem, he from Detroit, he right up the road, but man, I'm just grateful. I'm grateful that the Lord provided me with this opportunity. I'm grateful for my teammates, my coaches, and these amazing fans.
Also, besides that, you know, amazing throw, and you know, to seal the game, you know, Lamar Jackson, you know, he did what he could, but he couldn't find anybody open on that last possession. I mean, it was just a sloppy game by the Ravens. You guys were definitely not on y'all game. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people had you guys winning. But hey, Lamar Jackson, he went 23 for 38 and 289 yards, and he had 2 touchdowns. And usually for the Ravens, when Lamar's playing like that, it's usually a W, but it just wasn't enough against the Browns, you know. And Jameis Winston, you know, 300 yards passing, just a good game. Just a good game for him.
Well, congratulations, Winston.
And and Kyle Hamilton, man. Kyle Hamilton, you really could have. The crazy thing about it is before Winston threw that touchdown pass, literally the play before, Kyle Hamilton could have sealed the game for the Ravens if he had picked the ball off. He had it right in his hands, and Winston overthrew his receiver, and it was right in his hands. And when I say right in his chest, he had it in his hands for about 2 seconds, it seemed like. And then he dropped it somehow. Very next play, Winston threw the touchdown pass. I mean,
wow.
I mean that's just amazing.
That's that any given Sunday kind of.
Just amazing.
That's that any given Sunday
Just
kind of
amazing.
thing. That's crazy. But congratulations, you know, Winston, on being the QB1 for right now. And keep doing what you're doing, so your fans can keep the bags off their heads. I understand, I get it.
We love you, James.
Can't stress it enough. I understand how that feels. So go ahead, Winston. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
So then we have the Eagles. Oh, them Eagles and that cute little Jalen Hurts, as they beat the Bengals 37-17.
Yeah, they do. I mean, the Bengals can continue to struggle this season. Joe Burrow went 26-37 with 234 yards and 1 touchdown. Jamar Chase, he had a touchdown as well, but you know, it just wasn't enough to win the game. The Bengals got to figure it out. You know, it's week 8, and you know, they're looking like a team that's not even going to be in playoff contention. I know it's early to talk about. They still have a shot, but it's like, you know, you don't want this to become a habit and y'all start falling behind. But you know, on the Eagles side of things, you know, hey, the Eagles, they beat the Bengals for the first time in Cincinnati. Jalen rushed for 3 touchdowns, becoming the first QB in NFL history to rush for 2 or more touchdowns. Saquon Barkley rushed for 198 yards and 22 carries. Just an amazing game, you know, from them both as well. The Eagles have been a good offense. They haven't been able to click as they would like, but you know, when they are on, they are on. And it's a very fluent offense to watch when they're on their A game. But it's just a good win, a good dominant win by the Eagles. You know, 37-17. The Eagles go to 5-2, and the Bengals go down to 3-5.
Woof. Sorry, Bengals. So, those Colts. No, too much to say about the Colts, but you know, the Colts.
Oh man, oh God.
As they fell to the Texans, really close.
No, they fell hard.
I know, it's not bad. They fell to the Colts.
No. The Colts. I mean, the score don't really tell the story.
Okay, well,
the score don't tell the story.
Tell the story.
It's only 23-20, yes, but Anthony Richardson, you know, quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts, man. What is going on, dude? I mean, I thought you had a pretty decent rookie season last year. You was on my fantasy team last year. You know, you had a few games out with the concussions and stuff. But other than that, man, you was having a decent rookie season. I said, hey, he's gonna come back his second year. He's gonna be nice for them Colts. But dude, I'm starting to be like, what was I even thinking when I said that? Because you went 10 for 32 for 179 yards and you had 1 interception. I don't know. That's just a very bad look for your starting quarterback. I mean, 10 for 32. That's not a good look at all. Josh Downs, he had 109 yards with 1 touchdown on the bright side of things. Jonathan Taylor had 105 yards and 1 touchdown on the bright side of things again, I might add. So it looked like the Colts were having success rushing the ball, just not passing the ball. They need to figure that out. You can't just run the whole season. But hey, Colts, yeah. Anyway, the Texans, although they O-line needs some work, they were able to ward off the Colts with 363 yards and, touchdowns by Stroud, Mixon, and Tank Dell. I mean, it was just a dominant performance by the offense. They really, really should have won by more than 3, but hey, a W is a W for Houston Texans.
Wow. Okay, now you're about to get excited, but the only reason I don't feel so bad about the next score is because my team, the true team, my born and raised in Detroit team, was doing so well. So that's the only reason. And I know that you're about to go out on this little rant. You're about to go on this little rant.
Because in order for me to rant about something,
oh my God, here we go.
Something really important.
But anyway, my New Orleans Saints fell to the, Chargers, 26-8.
Oh, but we're hurt. We have guys out.
I don't care about
And
that.
they are.
Whatever.
They do.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. We'll see you next year, Aints. I'm already going to assume that we're going to dust you guys in your dome as well.
They're going to beat y'all. It's going to be so sweet.
Who? They must be hiring somebody for on a one-day contract because ain't no way that they should beat my Falcons. No way. The Saints. The Saints. Oh my God, I said the name wrong. The Aints. My bad.
So if they beat y'all, you gonna put on the Saints jersey?
No.
Why? Because y'all gonna win.
Because that won't be necessary. We're gonna walk in their trap and take over their trap, like we did the Buccaneers. It's just the same thing. But the Chargers dominate the Aints 26-8. I'm a fan of any team that destroys the Aints, automatically for that season. So hey, for the rest of the season, I'm a partial Chargers fan as well. Bolt on, man. I wish we stayed in San Diego, man. But hey, I love y'all for dominating my arch nemesis. I hate y'all so much. But Justin Herbert, Jay Herbo went 20 for 32 with 279 yards and 2 touchdowns, just enough to beat that sorry team in New Orleans. I mean, but just watch it, man. Just destroy them. It was just awesome. Who's next? Who's next for the Aints? Who's next up to beat up this team? I mean, I'm just having fun seeing it. It's just fun to see. But it's not really much to talk about. We can go on to the next team
anyway. The Bills. The Bills beat up on the Seahawks.
Yeah, they sure did.
Oh man.
Sure did.
What a difference years make. Well, they beat up on the Seahawks, 31-10.
Still a good team. I thought this game would be closer, but Geno Smith, he had to be consoled by his teammates on the sideline. Like he was about to cry. I mean, I would have cried too, being down that much. I mean, somebody would have to. I would definitely have to be consoled because I don't like losing. Geno Smith don't like losing. So hey, man, I feel you on that, Geno. But like you said, the Seahawks, go down 31-10. Josh Allen for the Bills, 24 for 34, 283 yards, 2 touchdowns. He had 1 interception, but it clearly wasn't enough for Seattle to even get close to getting the W, as they were only able to put up 10 points. It was just a very long day. And the Bills went to Seattle. That's just a very tough stadium to play in. A very loud crowd, but that crowd was definitely silent. Probably midway, probably by halftime, really. Probably by halftime. But yeah, sorry Seahawks.
Next we got the Bears. Man, the Bears and the Commanders. Man, that was a hard loss. I thought they had it.
They didn't have it. All
they had it. As they came up a little short as they lost to the Commanders 18-15.
Yeah, what a very tough way to lose. I mean, the Bears. The Bears. And usually when you say the Bears, you say that in a positive way when you're a Bears fan. But you saying the Bears in a very depressing way this weekend. I mean, this is very, very tough. I mean, the Bears have had some bad luck. I'm sure you guys remember the Cody Parkey missed field goal against the Eagles. Back in the playoffs. Back in 2018. Yeah, but it seems like since then a lot of that bad luck has continued to add on. I mean, Jane Daniels, went 21 for 38, 326 yards on y'all. and 1 touchdown to add to the resume, and not to mention that 1 touchdown that he had was the touchdown that meant the most in the game, and that was the one to win it.
13 seconds.
That was crazy. Yeah, I mean, applaud to that O-line. I mean, y'all did good with that blocking. I mean, yeah, sure, you had to juke up a few players, but other than that, y'all did y'all thing. I mean, man, I mean.
And what about the player that was over there hyping the crowd?
Ty Stevenson, man.
Now, shit, he been on his play.
No, he didn't run over there. He apologized to Bears fans.
But he didn't run over there and catch the
he was taunting. Okay. Yeah, he was taunting, assuming that they had the Bears at the game on, because usually you do assume the team, that has to throw the Hail Mary as the team that's going to lose, because it's rare when you see a Hail Mary miracle like that.
That on Aaron Rodgers, do it on us.
Yeah, we all remember that game. Infamous in Detroit. It was just bad luck. It's one of the worst ways to lose. But hey,
and it was tipped, wasn't it?
It was tipped. It was tipped by the player that was taunting the fans. That was crazy. He apologized to Bears fans after the game, said he'll do better. He understands now that the game ain't over until the clock strikes 0. So, hey, man.
So you think if he wouldn't have tipped it, it would have went over his head? He probably would have caught it.
He wanted to make a play on it. I get that. But hey,
so you think he
who knows what would have happened
if he did just moved it?
He tried to just tip it down.
But do you think if he didn't tip it, would you think the guy would have still caught it?
No, I don't know. I can only guess. He just tipped it wrong.
Oh my God. That's when you wish Groundhog Day was real, so you can just kind of relive it all over again. But man, Bear fans, I was like watching different clips of people like I watched on TikTok where they were just like, yes. Like it was just that crazy. I can honestly say I understand. Aaron Rodgers did it to us. We went down the same way. We thought we won the game. Aaron Rodgers threw that Hail Mary and everybody in Detroit, you could hear it all at one time. Detroit just went silent like, I get it. I understand. And you gonna ride with that pit for a whole week. Until you win again, it's gonna stick. Trust, I know, I understand. Now, just to be a little petty, because he over here giggling, it ain't worse than the pit, the 28-3 pit that they had to walk around with for years. It ain't worse than that pit. It ain't worse than them out there printing.
Let's go on to the next team.
They're printing t-shirts and they won the Super Bowl. So, they was printing up t-shirts. So we all walking around with pits. It ain't worse than they pits, but still. Anyway, I digress. Bears, I'm with you. Midwest for life. I got you. So, here we go. Them dogs.
28-3 is an old joke, by the way. Nobody cares.
Yeah,
but anyway, Chiefs and Raiders.
They're gonna doggone Chiefs. When y'all gonna fall off? Because everybody in the NFL is waiting for y'all to leave. The Lions is like, are the Lions the best team in the NFL? No, because the Chiefs are 7-0. So here we go. The Chiefs.
Whatever.
They, beat up. But like I said, my team. They not my team, but they just rock my favorite colors, that black and white. Give it up for the Raiders. But
I'm not
they
giving
lost
it up for the Raiders because they lost to the Chiefs. I'm tired of these. I'm tired of these teams losing to the Chiefs when they really.
But it was the Raiders, because the Raiders' record, they should have. The Chiefs should have ran away with that. 27-20 on the Raiders. Really?
The Raiders were the last team to beat the Chiefs in the regular season.
Exactly. So come on, Chiefs, y'all should be.
I'm just sick of the Chiefs winning. Patrick Mahomes with 27-38, 262 yards, two touchdowns, and he's been throwing interceptions all season, but it hasn't really amounted to anything for the other team because they always find a way to win in the end. I don't know how, but it keeps happening, and I'm tired of it. But hey, they got the W.
The Panthers.
The Panthers. It's not a shock. We already know.
Yes, that's the Panthers. But they held it close being the Panthers as they lost to the Broncos 28-14.
Yeah, only down 2 touchdowns. I guess that's a win for Carolina this season. Well, Bo Nix went 28-37 against Carolina, 284 yards and 3 touchdowns. There was an altercation at the end of the game. Player Jason Horn, and him and Sean Payton. Well, he went at it with Sean Payton because he felt like Sean Payton was trying to run the score up in the end of the game. And he didn't like that.
20-14?
Yeah. He did not like that. So, Sean Payton coached his father, Joe Horn, back for the Aints, in them days and stuff. And it's just yeah.
Wow.
Crazy how it all.
You kind of went real low energy on that.
I know, I kind of.
So we need to just go back. Okay.
I forgot what I was going to say. That's why.
You got your thoughts? And I'm going to go back to the intro.
Yeah, we'll just start at the top here.
Okay. Okay, and the Panthers, the woes of the Panthers continue.
Not a shock.
Not a shock.
Not a shock at all.
But I mean, I think it was respectable. As the Panthers lost to the Broncos, 28-14.
Yep, and Bo Nix went 28 for 37, 284 yards and 3 touchdowns. I mean, it was just another L for the Panthers. You know, the down 2 touchdowns, I guess that's a win for Carolina this season because it's been really rough for them. But we don't expect the Panthers to make the playoffs. We never did from the start. We knew they was going to be in last place in the NFC South since the jump. But,
The Saints going to be better than the Panthers.
Probably not. The Aints keep losing. I mean, I would love to see the Aints be dead last. That would be the cherry on top right there. I would love that. But you know, there was an altercation at the end of the game. Well, not really altercation, but you know, little talking going on between Jace Horn and Sean Payton. You know, Sean Payton coincidentally coached Joe Horn, who's Jace Horn's father. You know, back in the day, and so he was Jace Horn felt like Sean Payton was trying to run the score up, you know, on them, you know. And he just felt some type of way about that. You know, I guess, you know, the frustration build up when you're on a losing team. You just get sick of teams trying to just show out or something and do little things like that. So yeah, this is a long season for Carolina. But y'all gonna get through it, man. Y'all gonna get through it. I'm rooting for y'all to be third place. You know, please jump New Orleans, man. I would love to see that.
You think they'll be third?
I would hope so.
So you would think y'all at the top. I'm sure you'll say y'all at the top. Tampa Bay. Then the Panthers.
I would hope so.
Then the Saints. Okay.
Yeah, I would hope so. That would be awesome.
Don't put no money on that, sir.
No, I'm not.
All right. Well, how about them Cowboys? Well,
I mean, you love to see it.
the Cowboys, yeah, they fell
Catch y'all
again.
next week, Dallas.
They played again to the 49ers. They lost to the 49ers. The Stars, not really a star anymore.
No.
But they lost to the 49ers. The twinkle of the star is gone. But they lost to the 49ers 30-24.
30, 20. Yep. I mean, Cowboys once again come close to a little W, but just can't get it. And it's just really tragic.
Like Dak Prescott is like the richest loser, huh?
Yeah.
Must be nice.
Brock Purdy went 18 for 26, 260 yards, and 1 touchdown to add to the resume. I mean, I don't know what it is with the Cowboys. I hope we're not the team to lose to them next week because I want to see.
That might be kind of
I want to see
I'm
this
here
losing
for
streak
it.
continue. No, I want to see this losing streak continue. I don't need to see happy Cowboys fans. But yeah, I mean, it's just awesome seeing y'all struggle because y'all just talk so much about y'all old little Super Bowls back in the day. But what y'all doing now, man? And most of y'all either not even from Dallas,
Yes.
or y'all
Yes.
weren't even around to see them Super Bowls. So I don't want to hear none of that.
Now we come to our favorite part of our show. And it's that you did that for the week. So the you did that for week 8 goes to, I'm gonna let you take it away. Because we both was like, we had different people. I asked them, you know, we kind of confirmed who you think should win.
Yeah.
He had someone different, and I'm going to go ahead and give it to him. My thought was to give it to, you know,
James Daniels. I mean,
they do the Hail Mary, but
there
you
was
know,
another quarterback.
I understand.
Another brother doing this thing out there in Cleveland by the name of Jameis Winston, and he was doing. I mean, just a good game, especially considering it's been a long season this far for the Browns. It was good to see them get the W, and it's just everybody loved Jameis. You know, he's a fan favorite, no matter what team you're a fan of. James is just that guy that you just want to see win, and it's just awesome to see. There was even Ravens fans out there that was saying before the game, was like, I wouldn't even be mad if we lost to Jameis Winston because I like Jameis Winston. So yeah, he's the You Did That Player of the Week, and congrats to Jameis Winston.
Well, we're at the end of week 8. So, we hope that you enjoyed our show. We hope that you click, like, and subscribe. And we will see you next week as we approach week 9 of DNA. See ya.
See you.